A golden opportunity has just opened up for the Miami Heat after missing out on Kevin Durant. In a shocking turn of events on Tuesday, July 1st, the Milwaukee Bucks cut Damian Lillard to make way for the signing of center Miles Turner. According to Tim Reynolds of the Associated Press, the Heat will be among the several contenders who are interested in scooping up the best free agent point guard. The Heat, this is no surprise, are expected to have interest in Damian Lillard, who very surprisingly now holds a lot of cards he didn't expect to hold, Reynolds wrote on X in the aftermath of the Bucks' stunning decision. Also expected to have interest. Well, lots of teams. It's up to Dame, and it's on his timetable because there is no rush whatsoever, he added in a follow-up post on X. Anthony Chang of the Miami Herald confirmed Reynolds' reporting. With Lillard unable to play next season due to an Achilles injury, the Bucks stretched and waived the remaining $113 million on his contract, which will hit their cap room with $22.5 million in dead money for each of the next 5 seasons. It allowed them to sign Turner to a 4-year, $107 million deal with the Bucks, plus a player option for year 4 in 2028 to 29, and a full 15% trade kicker, per ESPN's senior NBA insider Shams Charania. It will also allow Lillard to join any team without financial considerations. He can sign for the veteran's minimum for his team of choice and still take home the same $113 million salary the Bucks owe him. Damian Lillard, elated with Bucks' decision. Lillard welcomed this opportunity, Sam Amick of The Athletic reports, which he did not get when he asked for a trade from the Portland Trail Blazers in 2023. The Heat were his preferred destination at the time. With the mutual interest between Lillard and the Heat out in the open, former Portland general manager Joe Cronin refused to negotiate with Pat Riley and instead jettisoned Lillard to Milwaukee. It was anything to go against what I would have wanted, Lillard told Amick in October 2023. That part was irritating. Just based off how it was happening, I knew it wouldn't be Miami. The Blazers hadn't talked to Miami. So once it started happening like that, then I started hearing about all these other random teams. I was like, I'm probably not going to Miami. So I wasn't holding on to that too much. The Heat did everything they could to acquire Dame, Lillard's agent, Aaron Goodwin, said, according to the Miami Herald at the time. It takes 2 to get a deal done. Does Dame still want to go to Miami? But things are different now. The Heat are no longer a contender after Jimmy Butler left in a messy exit last season. Lillard made it clear in a separate interview with Melissa Rowland of Fox Sports in 2023 that playing with Butler was a huge factor in his interest in heading to South Beach. We've always been in some form of contact with each other, Lillard said at the time. And I said it initially, I was like, I want to go to Miami. He was a big part of that. It didn't happen. I'm here now. But our relationship will be the same. The same respect. It's just something that didn't happen. It was out of his control and mine. Without Butler, will Miami still a top option for Lillard? Lillard will be 36 when he returns to the court following a lengthy recovery from his Achilles injury. At that point, Lillard may want to join a contender to chase a ring. It's up to the Heat to build a championship-ready roster by then. Throughout the offseason, the Miami Heat have been frequently linked to 3 big-name players who could potentially elevate them to championship contenders. The Heat were viewed as possible trade suitors for both All-NBA talents Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks and Kevin Durant, formerly of the Phoenix Suns. While Antetokounmpo's future with the Bucks is still uncertain and got more complicated after they let Damian Lillard walk, Durant ended up being traded to the Houston Rockets. The third name frequently connected to the Heat was Jonathan Kuminga, a restricted free agent who has spent the entirety of his career with the Golden State Warriors. Kuminga was frequently floated out as a contingency plan for Miami if they didn't get either of the 2 aforementioned stars, and he also reportedly had interest in Miami. However, it no longer seems that feeling is mutual, according to Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald. With regard to other stuff out there, Heat has not been pursuing trade for DeRozan to this point. Kuminga would love a Heat pursuit, but Miami has declined to pursue to this point, wrote Jackson. As of writing, the only move that Miami successfully pulled off was bringing back Davion Mitchell. Team president Pat Riley did express a need for the team to bolster the roster ahead of next season, but as of right now, there doesn't seem to be a move that will move the needle for Heat fans who are expecting a big splash. Miami Heat fans are looking for any sign of hope after multiple offseason shortcomings thus far. Well, they may have a glimmer with the latest NBA superstar news. The Milwaukee Bucks waived Damian Lillard on Tuesday morning, likely to release such a large contract with a player dealing with a devastating injury. NBA insider Chris Haynes says Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo was displeased with this move. This enables teams to re-monitor Antetokounmpo's satisfaction over the next few weeks. Miami was already in the sweepstakes for the two-time MVP, so any sign of dissatisfaction fuels trade rumors moving forward. The Athletic released its Day 1 free agency evaluation, centering the Greek Freak around its assessment of Miami. The article wrote, "The underlying question that will impact a few select teams as they tiptoe into the free agent and trade markets. How much powder should they keep dry in case Giannis Antetokounmpo pushes his way out of Milwaukee? For teams like the Miami Heat, Toronto Raptors, San Antonio Spurs, and Golden State Warriors that, for differing reasons, see themselves as possible destinations for the Greek Freak." You'll notice all these teams are off to relatively quiet starts thus far in free agency. The Heat compete with the likes of Toronto and San Antonio for Antetokounmpo. With their lack of assets and recent history of falling short on superstars, the Heat are probably the least favored among the early contenders. Still, they have their foot in the door nonetheless.